Hey guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Come on in. I am part of the Joyfully Inspired page hop from Michelle with Vintage Daisy. I'm super excited to be here and be along with all these other amazing crafters. Really exciting event. Hopefully you've been able to watch, but if not, you can always go back and see the replays. I am pulling this up on the iPad so I can see your comments. The little phone here is a little too far away. I see you coming in. Hey, Christina. Hi, Heidi and Mama P's. Mama P is after me, and I've got her link up in the description of the video. So, like I said, you know, if you've missed anybody, that's okay. You can go back and watch the replays. Super happy that you guys are coming in. I just realized I forgot to do a Telegram. Just don't have it all together. Don't have it all together. I just made me a tracer just a little bit ago, so this is what we're going to do. Come on in, though. I want to say hi to you for just a second. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Linda. Hey, Elizabeth. Hi, Lori and Kendra. Hi, Inga and Phyllis. Laveda and Deb, Michelle and Lisa, thank you guys so much for being here. Michelle, thank you so much for inviting me to the event. I am just really honored to be here. From Montana, yes, let me know where you're watching from. I'm in South Fort Worth, so it is 78 degrees here today, or it will be. It's inching its way up. So yes, I'm in a short sleeve. I didn't even have a short sleeve Christmas shirt today, so I just grabbed something kind of red and went with it. It's just crazy how warm it is. Hello, Tracy. Hi, Jill. Hi, Debbie. Glad y'all are coming in. Let's get started. As you guys come in, continue to say hi. I know that some of my page friends will greet you, especially if you're new. Let us know. We love to say hi to the newbies and welcome you. But glad you're all here, whether you're new or not. Hi from Arizona. Awesome, Julie. How's y'all's weather? I'm just adding just the tiniest bit of black to my navy or to my blue. And we're going to darken that up just a little bit. Watching from Alabama. How's my friend Cheryl today? New York, Elizabeth. I don't think I knew that. I heard Lisa talking about the snow and wanting to have snow on Christmas. And all of us in Texas are always like, oh no, we want the snow, but we usually only get ice here, so we don't know how to drive in it. I'm sure y'all have seen on the news, there's always pile-ups because we don't know how to drive in it. I actually flipped my car multiple times on the highway on ice. I hit black ice, and that was it. I was done for. So, had back trouble ever since. Go figure. From Port Jeff. Interesting. So maybe you guys are neighbors. Thank you so much, Michelle. So happy to be included. I love it. I have loved getting to know some other creators that I didn't already know. And then, of course, just to kind of slow down and catch up with some of you, because it's really nice when you're in an event. I try really hard to block out my day and just be available to watch and learn and sometimes chit chat. So I'm going to do my whole background in this. Sorry, I have a fan blowing on me, and I knew to pull my hair back. I knew to do it. I may end up grabbing I usually have a ponytail or a rubber band if I have to around. But this is just a nice wood canvas. It's 9 by 12, and I love using these as my base, especially if I'm going to do glass art with resin, because I don't have to reinforce a canvas that way, and that's a hassle. So I try to pick these up if I see them on sale. You can get them at any craft store or Amazon. They're just a wood canvas with a nice 1-inch base or frame kind of around it. Hi, Allison. Glad you're here. Thank you guys for sprinkling me out, because, like I said, I forgot to send my telegram. So I know that we're going to be missing some people that don't know or don't have their watches set. So thank y'all for doing that. If you don't mind. Okay. Let's let that dry and I'll do the sides. Oh yeah, Linda, we make it work, right? We can always find something in our craft room in a pinch. Ribbon, you know, fabric, rubber band. I'm like MacGyver. You tell me what you need and I'll make it happen. Just, isn't it pretty? I do like to darken it up if I'm doing any kind of nativity. I just kind of like a night sky, but you can totally do any color you want to for this. And it's just kind of a twist on the nativity. But when I saw Michelle's theme for this event, Joyfully Inspired, so a couple of things, you know, I don't feel like I can do anything without the Holy Spirit, without being inspired. You know, if I do try to do things on my own, a lot of times it doesn't work or it's a flop. So I pray a lot. And I know it may sound silly to a lot of you, but I do. I pray about, you know, what to create, what to bring to my people. I have a private group, so I'm always, you know, praying about what is best for them, what do they need, because they're shy. Like, I'll ask them, what do you guys want to see? And, you know, they're like, anything, whatever you do, you know, it'll be fine. So I do. I love to get my inspiration from the Lord. And I just feel like that must sound funny to some people, but I do. So not only that, but just in hearing so many people who have experienced loss this season or in the past year, to where this is going to be a harder Christmas, I think more than ever we need to remember, well, and also two things. So the loss that lots of you have had over the last year, but also I think we're all feeling the purse strings, you know, tighten up, and most of us have had, you know, some challenging times over the last year, or a lot of us. And so getting back to the whole meaning of Christmas is so important. And if we can kind of let that be our guide this Christmas, then all the other stuff can roll off, right? Like if we you know, can't do what we've always done, it's okay. It's not about that. If we can't make the trip that we wanted to make, it's okay. It's not about that. So that's where my joyful inspiration is coming from today. So that's why I wanted to do some type of project that brought Jesus back into the season, you know, for some people. Because I know I'm the first to do cardinals and snowmen and Santa and all the things. I love it all. But it is a good reminder to kind of have some things like this in your pocket. So, aw. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, Berkeley. Oh, my gosh, she cracks me up. If you guys didn't see her yesterday, go watch the Vintage Pebbles video from yesterday, or just watch some of it. Her little granddaughter, Berkeley, is hilarious. It's the facial expression, Stephanie. What are y'all going to do when she's 15? Oh, my goodness. You know, anybody who's had a daughter, raised a daughter, we know y'all are in for some trouble. In a good way. She's precious, and headstrong is good. She'll be independent. She won't be easily influenced and all that, right? Hi, Chris Hunter. I loved your tree. Super cute. And of course, I immediately was like, I can do this. Don't I have, you know, and I'm like, calm down. I have like 6 projects I've got to do. So can't really jump into another one until I finish what I have to do. But super cute. Anyway, if you've missed anybody, you want to go back and watch the replays. We are page hopping. So it started with Chris Hunter, and we just have hopped along. We went to Michelle's, a vintage daisy. We went to oh, what's wrong with me? I'm blank. We just were there. Y'all, help. What's wrong with me? I hate it when my brain does this. Pretty much every live. Crazy Mom Creations. And then me, and then Mama P. So you guys just hang with us. It's not a long day. It's a pretty quick day. But yes, thank you. I swear, sorry, Lisa. I just go blank when I'm live. Everybody knows it. They see me do it pretty much every time. Okay, so I did make a tracer. I like to show you guys because so many people do not know this trick. I hope I can make it work. But you can take your pencil and just go over your lines. This is like an old school thing, but the last time I did this and showed people, they were like, oh, I never thought of that. And I was like, you're kidding. Like, I thought everybody knew this. But see, some of y'all were never shown. So that's all you have to do. You do not have to go buy copy paper or, I mean, not copy paper, what do you call it? Carbon paper or anything like that. You can just use your pencil or even chalk. You can do the same thing with chalk. It just is messier, so I don't like using chalk. But if you'll just kind of go over your lines with that ink or with that pencil lead, then that will stay on, you know, it'll transfer onto your wood. This is my handwriting right here, so I really don't have to trace this. But for size and everything, it's probably good that I do, because it took me a little bit to get my size down and kind of make my letters look uniform. Sometimes, like the first time, my R was really small, so I will go ahead and trace what I sketched out. VIP, if you're in the house, and I don't know if any of you are because I forgot the telegram, but this is already in the group for you to use. So, all I do is just lay it down. I do like to tape it, but I'm just going to be really careful and hold it and just kind of eyeball it. And then just once you start pressing down, it should leave your little pencil impression underneath. And we really only need the impression, you know. Probably if I pressed hard enough, it would even leave a little indentation in my wood, which would work just fine. Wrong side. What do you mean wrong side? What do you mean wrong side? Oh, you're backwards. Darn it, you guys. Well, I'll see. It never lets me flip it when I'm live. I don't know why. Some people can, but mine doesn't let me. I've tried. It just doesn't give me the option. I don't know why. If you have good handwriting, you don't have to do what I'm doing. My handwriting is, I can make it look okay, but it took some work. You know, I had to erase and fix my sizing a lot and everything. And you may have a program that you can print it out even. Just something even nicer than what I'm doing. Okay, let's just see. Come on. Wouldn't it be nice if it would let me? Oh man, I wish it would. It's not gonna let me. I'm so sorry, y'all. I hate it when I do that. It just says joy to the world. So I know it's gonna be backwards, you guys. Stick with me. Okay. Let's pull some colors. I know what color glass I want to use today, but as far as colors, I want to keep this pretty basic because we want our glass to be the star of this show. So I think I might pull this and this. A little brown. Poor Ron, he's really feeling lousy. I worry about him. Slime just walk outside is why I'm like, okay. Oh, that's okay. We're just really getting started. We have been doing our background and all the things. So here it is. Thank you, Monica. I'm going to do our words first at the bottom. And I think I'm going to do gold. So I am going to turn this toward me, you guys. I like to turn it toward you, but, you know, I don't want to mess this up. I want it to be really pretty in the end. Also, okay, if you're watching this and thinking, I couldn't do that, I don't do art, you can do this. All you have to do is follow the tracer, right? If I give you the tracer, then it makes it really easy. So we're just going to follow our words. No, these are DecoArt Americana acrylic paints. So they're just basic student grade paints that you can get, I'm sorry it's backward, that you can get Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Amazon, or the DecoArt website. But these are my go-to paints because they are very well pigmented for craft paint. Just my favorite craft paint to use. For my premium paint, I like Liquitex. But if I'm just going to do something like this, these work great. Have great coverage. There's a lot of times that I can get by with one coat. I typically don't. I typically do 2 coats, but they actually work great. Don't worry if you mess up like I did. We can easily fix it. Part of it's because I'm trying to show you, and so I don't have my arm anchored on the ground like I normally do. I kind of like to get this part out of the way. Thank y'all for the hearts. Hello, Christina. How are you? It's so good to see you back. We've all missed you. You know, for those of you who've had to lose a page, it's really awful, isn't it? I really find it hard to understand how Facebook cannot keep that from happening. Here's my R that I had trouble getting the right size, but I think we got it. Thank you, Lisa. Your brushes make a huge difference. So having a good set of detail brushes is wonderful. If you need art supplies and you're not quite sure what to ask for, you can go to my website, and on one of the pages it will say my favorite products, and you can go to the one that says Amazon, and I've got it all broken down into lists. So if you're looking for glass art supplies, then I've got my list there of everything I use. If you're looking for paint and things like brushes, I've got that in a separate list. Try to make it easy for people to find what they need. Rather than have just one giant list, I've got it kind of broken up. But it's a great thing to ask for, you know, for Christmas in your stocking or just as a gift. And I didn't even think to do it. It was like somebody else earlier that mentioned, and I was like, why did I not give them that? That's so smart. Okay, y'all, my hair is driving me crazy. It's gonna have to come up. I usually, hold please. I usually like to have my hair kind of pulled up when I do resin anyway. So we're just gonna kind of get this back. I'll probably look a mess, but you know, that's okay. Take one for the team. Oh, and you can use paint markers. So again, if you're like, oh, well, my hands shake, there's no way I could do this, grab you some acrylic paint markers. And you'll get the same kind of look. Well, I'm happy you're here, Patty. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you, Designer Roadkill, so much. You guys that sprinkle, you know, if you own a business, you know how much we need the help. So thank you, thank you. And not to mention, I would love for everybody to also just follow Michelle with the Vintage Daisy if you're not, and all the other creatives who are a part of our event today. It is so fun to be connected with other people that we haven't always, you know, been connected with, and see their style. And oh my gosh, I love everything that I've seen. And with these events, it's crazy. We do not compare. We don't know what anybody else is going to do. And they're always so different. The things that we all create are so different. So you get to see lots of different things and learn lots of different things if you want to. But if not, just hang out with your friends, you know. Excuse me for sniffling. I've definitely got some major allergies going on. I woke up with such a sore, scratchy throat today. You know, we go from cold to today is going to be 78. So I think things are blooming, like our trees are just now having the orange leaves. It's just weird here. And when I look down, it starts sniffling. Thank you, Vicki. How are you today? Oh, poor pup. I hope they gave him or her a treat. Our dog. Okay, so if we head down the road in a certain direction, she knows if we're going to one of two places with her, either Sonic or the vet. And so she's like, you know, kind of tense and nervous, but the minute we pass the vet, then she's like, oh, you know, just happy. It's crazy. She's so smart that she knows, oh good, it's not the vet today. Cracks us up. Hello, Annette. Good to see you live, friend. Y'all let me know how you're doing. How's your family? You know, if everybody's sick, you can let us know so that people can pray for you. As people are watching, you know there will be some believers that are on here that if you just say, you know, my whole family's sick, I've asked my friends that do that, just say the prayer right then and lift them up. That's one reason I think we have such a sweet community of people that watch all these lives. This is definitely a little challenging to do upside down, but we are getting it done, and we're getting close to being done with this part. And move on to the more fun part. Oh goodness. Sorry, guys. My nose is just really running because I'm looking down. I'm going to try hard not to sniffle because it's really annoying, isn't it? Okay, so pretend it's backwards. I'll definitely, obviously, post a picture for you. If you're new to painting, one of the little trick I like to teach is get all that paint off that you can before you put it in water, and that keeps your water a little cleaner. Hi, Dina. Thank you, Susie. Oh, they had to cancel it. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Okay, now let's do our little manger in the middle because I want to get that going. I'm just grabbing some brown, and we're going to do kind of this base down here of it. So remember what I said about, you know, when you have a tracer, all you're doing is coloring it in. You guys can do that. So don't tell me you can't paint. Yes, you can. Right, Dina. Dina always said she couldn't paint, and she finally did one of my little flower tutorials, and they were better than mine. They're beautiful. So yes, you can. So we got our little brown on. I am going to go ahead and just touch my brush down in a little bit lighter color and add some of that in here. And we'll come back and do more maybe to it, but I want to somewhat make that part look like wood. And then Physio. I thought that said Psycho came to see me, and I was like, who's that? And then we're going to get a base down here. I know y'all are like, what is she doing? This is going to be the base for our hay. So just getting kind of a little manger shape on here. I think when you see a painting broken down, it makes it so much more doable, right? So you're like, oh, well, I guess I could do that, you know. So don't see it finished, see it in the step by step, and you're like, okay, I can do that step. Yes, I can do that step. And then before you know it, you're painting. Okay. That's just the groundwork for our hay and everything. So let's move on to our letters. Hi, Dana. Good to see you. I've been wondering how you're feeling. Are you well? Are you kind of back to normal? Let me know. So many things going around, you guys. So many people have been sick. Here it is. Well, I'm just so mad at myself for not turning that camera around. It really doesn't look quite the same. Let's add a little bit of cream and lighten this up just a tad. It is easy. It is. That's kind of my thing. I like to keep the things that I teach on here pretty easy so that you realize, you know, or will try it, because, you know, there's no point in me getting on here and just doing something difficult to, like, you know, look what I can do. My joy comes in seeing you guys try it. And so if I can teach these kind of simple, whimsical style paintings, then more of you will try it and maybe end up loving it or being able to teach it to your kids or grandkids, because I love also that. I love seeing the ladies in my group will sometimes post pictures where they painted with their grandkids, and that is so cool. because we know how much stress they're under, right? Times, we've talked about that today, about simpler days and the joy that came with, you know, Chris talked about, you know, being at her, I guess, grandparents' house and how it was like a giant family in a, you know, fairly small house, but with all these people. And, you know, nobody knew any different. They didn't think, you know, like today, you'd be like, well, we don't have the space, you know. But back then, nobody cared about the material things as much, right? You know, it was just getting together and having fun. And we definitely need more of that. Less influencers and more simple days and simple things. And who cares if the house isn't spotless? Who cares if it's a little small? Okay, I'm going to turn this just a little because I can't see what I'm doing very well. Just need to get a base for these letters. We're going to do stuff on top. Oh, the different time zones, Anne. That is tricky, isn't it? But the good thing is there's a replay. Michelle, if you're on here, let me know if there is a place where all the replays, where you want them to go. Is there a group? Because I'm sharing everybody into my group, but there's probably, you may have one that you're sharing us all into. So I'd like to put that on here if you want me to. Or just onto your page. Let me know. Thank you, Brenda. Glad to see my VIPs in the house. So I'm trying to watch for you to tell me. Thank you, Carol. No group. Okay. Yes. So yes, she has a post, and I shared it onto my page as well, that does have everybody's time, their page and their time. So yeah, you'll just, once you figure it out, so if you're, I think it's posted under Eastern, but at least the times that Michelle put, but just back it up for the rest of you. I'm Central. What are most of the people watching me today? Tell me what time zone y'all are in. Now, you could do a lot with these letters. And I did have some other ideas, like, you know, putting things on the letters and everything. But then I decided, no, I'm going to do glass. I'm going to do glass. So I'll show you. I just decided to do simple letters and do the glass. Now, here's where we're adding hay. I'm just taking some brown with a little bit of that mustard color and starting to build my hay that's kind of coming off of the little manger here. Central, Eastern, Central, Mountain, Sally. I never have very many mountains. I don't know why. Now watch today we will, but Central, Pacific. It's so hard to know when is the best time for everybody because, you know, we've got 4 different time zones and just makes it difficult. What's good for one is too early for another or too late for another. So, do you see how the brush is doing the work? Like, it's not that I'm so talented or so good. It's not that. I promise. Not to take away from God's gift of talent to people, but, you know, everybody can learn. We can all be taught. And it's just a matter of letting your brushes make the strokes that you want them to make. Just have to be shown. Okay? Does that somewhat look like a little manger ready for a baby? Hi, Carol. I'm in South Fort Worth, if you're asking me, Heidi. So, hot Texas. Not really. It's going to be 78 today, though, so that's, you know, pretty up there. I really don't have to go over these letters too much because we're going to put glass. But sometimes I look down and they definitely need a second coat normally, so I am going to kind of add to this a little bit. But I mainly just need the shape on here really well. And then everything else is fine. Okay, let's get out our gold. This, I think what you're talking about is the Antique Gold by Deco Art. It's just a regular acrylic paint. And then I'm fixing to put on Glorious Gold, which is a metallic. I like to use this a lot, especially holiday time. It seems like I use it a lot and go over things with it. You can also go over it with a marker. And I don't see mine just right there, but I do have a gold marker if it makes it easier for you guys in my Amazon store. Or, I don't know why they call it a store, it's a list, but and it works great. So I'll just kind of put this right over what I did to make it a little metallic, and it's really pretty. I'm afraid to look at the clock. It goes so fast when you're actually doing this, and I always feel like I have plenty of time, and then it just sneaks up on me. So I know I'm not able to watch the comments like I like to, but I would love to give y'all this entire painting and the glass if I can. So I'm trying to focus. By putting that base coat down, it just really gives the gold a nice base to pop off of. Oh, good. This is a liner brush. It says a number 6, 6 liner if you have this brand, Kim. Did you get these? A lot of the VIP girls have these brushes and we love them. Oops, I got in the brown. It's a really inexpensive set, but they do work really well. Nice set of detail brushes. And like I said, just go, I would recommend if you want to see any of this stuff, go to the artgracepaint.com, and one of the pages says my favorites or my favorite supplies. With acrylic paint, you can always fix any mistakes. So if I mess up, which is easy to do upside down, but if I do, it's no problem. We can fix it because it's just acrylic paint. I love it too. It kind of makes me cry. You know, it's just, if you can really close your eyes and picture it, and picture not the beautiful, perfect picture that sometimes we get in a movie or something, but the bareness of it all, you know, of riding a donkey to get somewhere, them being so young and scared, I'm sure, and, you know, alone, and giving birth outside in a, you know, wherever. I mean, just when you really think of it that way, it gives me chills. But it also kind of humbles me, you know, because sometimes in life it's easy to want to be somebody or be something or, you know, be important or whatever. And that should really help us realize how humble we need to be. Obviously, he could have chosen anybody. Okay, let me show y'all the gold. Hopefully y'all can see that. Can you see it? Thank you. So do you guys have any traditions that you do every year without fail? Like movies or certain foods even? Certain family event? Baking a certain cookie? Or let me know. I love hearing people's stories. That's another fun thing about these events that are close to Christmas is usually we do get to talking about that stuff. And it's really fun to see people's traditions and things. I like asking about food too, like at Thanksgiving, because some people do eat some pretty unusual things, or at least to me. But usually there's a cool story, you know, why they started eating that. Oh, do you, Carol? I sure always wanted to as a kid. We did get to open usually one, and it was pajamas. And I don't know why every year we were so excited to open one, because it was never anything like a toy. It was always like pajamas. Okay, that's really all we have to do for this painting. Besides, let's actually add a little of that pretty gold. In fact, let me find that marker if I can so I can show y'all the difference. So this is what it looks like. Again, I know it's backwards, and it's in my Amazon list, but it's called Pen Touch in gold. So I'll add some of this. Let me just get the ink going. It's just a paint marker that really is very pretty. So oh, I've got to paint baby Jesus. What's wrong with me, you guys? Somebody holler at me when I do something stupid. Totally wasn't even paying attention. Ready for glass and resin? Nope, we're not. No, not yet. Aww, that's so sweet, Amy. How old are your kids? Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do a touch of blue. Not much. You do, Cynthia? I'm so glad. Well, some of you took my class, and this is kind of similar to like that in a way, but because our event is about joy, joyfully inspired, this just seemed perfect. So if you didn't take my class, you still can if you want to. Just message me and I'll show you how. Oh no! Oh. You guys, why does this always happen? Time goes by so fast when I'm painting. It's just crazy. I would have had the background done if I thought it was going to take me this long. Oh, thank you, Robin. I'm glad. what I say about skin color is you do whatever you want when it comes to skin color. I typically match mine or somewhat, but Jesus would have been dark skinned. This was the Middle East. So, you know, you can do it really dark if you want to. And sometimes I add just a touch of a little pink, of some pink. You like it, Michelle? Whew, I'm trying to go fast, you guys. We can do this. We can do this. Oh, does it? Okay. Oh, I'm so frustrated that it's taken me so long. I don't even feel like I've been going slow, but I guess I have. Oops. Gotta bundle him up. All right, let's dry. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Heidi and Christina. Mama P's is next. It won't be long. Oh, 12 minutes. So if you're going to go on and do glass and resin, this has to be completely dry. So that's why I'm using my little torch here to, or my heat gun to get it dry. We're working double-handed here. Maybe it'd help it if I burn my hair. It's just a big hot mess now. I had to get it back. Okay, I think that's gonna be good. Let's gotta add my little special stuff here. You guys know, if you follow me, you know what I'm fixing to add. Oh, just got that all over me, but that's okay. You can touch up these little places where you touch, like I'll end up getting paint other places because I'm not careful, so just touch them up, just like you would your wall. Nothing is unfixable here. So if you, like I had said at the very beginning, if you maybe have lost somebody over this past year and Christmas is feeling hard for you, try to just, and I know it's hard, it is so hard. It just is going to be rough, but try hard to put that focus on the reason for the season, truly, and it will hopefully bring you a little comfort, you know. Okay. There's that. You see the little special shimmer that got with that paint? Hi, Tanya. Can you see? Now, we're just not going to have time, are we? It'll take me about 5 minutes. It'd be close. Let's try. Let's try. Don't do as I do. You need 2 gloves. I only have one sitting here because I have used them all up and have not replaced them. We're speed pouring, you guys. If you need a resin tutorial, this isn't it. But I do have a jillion on my page or on YouTube. So I would not follow what I'm doing here today. Because I really, really take it seriously and like to teach step by step and explain. Also, if you need it, I'll tell you this, if you want a good resin tutorial, I would recommend taking my nativity class. It is extremely thorough. I feel like, and you guys who've taken it can let them know, I feel like when you take that class, you can go on and do any others and you'll be good. I mean, it's like extremely thorough. And I did put it on YouTube on a private channel. That's right. I did put it over there on a private channel so that you, and it's got timestamps. So it literally, every little thing, I put the timestamp so that you know where to go, and we're not going to have time, y'all. We're just not. So I'm going to put the glass down and show you. You don't have to have gloves for this part, but I do kind of recommend wearing gloves for most people because there are little shards that can get you. But I like to kind of feel the glass personally. But you see why I'm telling you that on this, a painting like this, you don't have to be as careful with your painting because you're going to cover it in glass. And it's going to make it so pretty. And maybe y'all can see, yes, see the ones behind me? Let me see if I can move my chair. Those trees and everything, that's what they look like. Super, super shiny and just show-stopping. I'm going to get a little more glass. I put some in a lid just to kind of thought it might be enough. I'm using clear and champagne on these letters. And then we're going to use our gold on the baby Jesus, on the manger, so that that is the star of the show today. You know, that will be our the prettiest thing on the page, so that, because this is all about our inspiration and finding joy. You know, I know we all know, but sometimes we have to remind our kids or grandkids that you're not going to find joy outside of Jesus. You're not going to find joy outside, you know, like through things or any of that. It's not going to happen. Because we see some of the wealthiest people who seem to have it all who don't have joy. Okay. Y'all see good. Hi, Tita. I haven't seen you in a long time. That's right. You can do it for sure. I do like all this piled up. That's why I'm going to use a lot on these letters. Or you can place it really nice and neat, but I tried both on just kind of playing around with it earlier, and I liked it piled up. So I'll get this finished while I'm watching Mama P and post a picture. She's coming after me. And up in the description of this video, you'll find links. Wait, it may not be in the description. It just has her page, but if you'll go to like the top of my page, I have the post that has everybody's time and a link to their page. Or you can go to Michelle at the Vintage Daisy, and her page, she has the post with the links and times and everything. So basically, I'll add enough glass to where all of the letters are covered well. Isn't it pretty? I love using it. And the resin that I use is Art Resin brand, and it's not scary. It is, they've done a lot of additional testing above and beyond what is required by our, laws. And I can't remember now where they went to have the testing, but they wanted it to be even tested to a higher standard than what we require here. So it, I believe, is the safest on the market, and so that's why I recommend it. You can use whatever you want to. I just ask that you do research to be sure that it is safe for you and your family. I always say, do a search for, lawsuit with the brand that you're using or want to use, and just see if it's come up that somebody has had major health issues from it or anything, because sometimes they can hide, and you want to be sure you know. For my baby Jesus, so the other day in my private group on Tuesday, I showed him how to cut glass. Like if you want to take a candle, like a candle holder, like a votive or a vase, and cut it. So that's what these pieces are. And I'm just going to have them coming from here. And I'll hold this up so you can hopefully see it a little closer. So I'm going to put these all around it. So basically these pieces are kind of representing hay, if you will, but they are super shiny, sparkly. With this special glass. This is like, it was like a mercury glass votive is what I'm using. And I can't remember, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby or Ross or TJ Maxx, one of those two. We okay on time? Looks like a minute or two. And then I was just going to put a little bit of clear kind of in between and a couple of bronze color pieces here, and then pour my resin. So you guys, please come back to see that finished photo. If you're not following me, I would love for you to. If I can help you, let me know. But thank you so much, Michelle, for inviting me to be a part. I've had a great time already, and we'll go watch Mama P. And I will probably not be chatting in the comments because I'm going to be doing my resin part, but I'll be there listening. So let her know that Deb sent you. I love that. I love when I get on the next creator and they're going, Deb sent me. That's fun. So thank you guys. But anyway, let me hold this up. This is kind of, hopefully you can kind of get a glimpse of what it's going to look like. And I hope you have a great day and a wonderful Christmas, even though we still have a little time left. But thank you for being here today. Bye, guys.